Hello there, good evening, and welcome to Sister Sister on Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for joining us once again. This is your favorite all-women talk show, relationship talk show, of course, and this is where we delve into all the good, bad, and ugly relationship matters. Thank you so much for joining us once again on your favorite TV station. After this break, I will introduce the ladies to you, plus I will tell you how exactly you can interact with us on the show today. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So, Sister, yes, there are various ways you can interact with us on the show. You can send an email to jessica@citifmonline.com. You can send a WhatsApp message to our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996, or join our growing Facebook community. Search for @Sister Live on Facebook and interact with us. There's a lot of stuff that we post on our page weekly, or every at least a couple of times every week, and you'll be able to weigh in with your own opinions. That being said, like I said, welcome to the show. It's about you and your relationship. So if you have any questions you'd like us to address, maybe you need a second opinion on, this is the show to do that. At least for the next 60 minutes, we've got you covered. Let's say hello to my sisters today. And I've got the usual suspects. Tina, Olivia, Rosina. Ladies, good to see you.
Good to see you, darling.
What's going on?
Christmas is coming.
Tomorrow.
New Year will follow. Christmas is coming, Papa.
She doesn't even like Christmas carols.
I know.
So I'm surprised that she's singing.
This is what I like. Is
this
it
type.
a carol?
What is it supposed to be? What's that? It's a Christmas song, no?
Maybe it's a song. It's not a carol.
Well, what's the difference between a song and a carol?
Hooray. I don't know.
Exactly. Let's Google it. You okay, though? Obviously thrilled about Christmas.
Yes.
Already?
Yeah. I mean, November's almost over, right?
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. So,
Charlie?
I mean,
the year's gone by
I
so
didn't even
fast.
know when it started, and then it's ended.
Feel you.
Counting down the days still.
Livy.
Yeah, I'm good. Just thinking about what everybody's saying, just grateful for the gift of life. I mean, January started like yesterday. December is coming soon. So yeah, just grateful for everybody and life, really.
Yeah. 2020 around the corner. Crazy. Like, we used to talk about 2020
Yeah.
Vision
back in the day. Yeah, like it was some
Exactly.
distant
It's here.
future. It's here.
I know.
Z.
I know. Vision 2020.
Charlie, the vision, no.
And when you
The vision is here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's gone.
Like, so we are growing, eh?
We're
No.
great. We're officially
Doing
old.
younger and
we are
hotter,
not.
by the
was-
way.
We are marking time.
We wish. But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Good to see
It's
you,
great.
ladies.
Yeah.
I know you weren't feeling too well earlier, but you made it here today. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Okay, let's go right into action. If you're ready. Charles from Dantaman has a message for us. Says, I've been jobless for 2 years. In these 2 years of joblessness, my wife paid all the bills. Kids' school fees, utility bills, chop money, everything that has to do with money. I recently got myself a job that pays more than my wife. Now she insists that all the money she used in the 2 years was a loan to me. She wants me to pay every penny back because, in her opinion, it's a man's duty to take care of the family. I'm really confused. What do you ladies suggest I do? Interesting.
Rosie's the banker.
Rosie's the banker.
Well, I would have wished it was the lady who sent this in. Because usually, but then again, there could be others in the same situation. So, you see, I don't know what people think marriage is. You see, when you get into marriage, there are really no, of course, there are ideally clearly defined roles. I mean, everybody knows, okay, a man is supposed to have a roof over the head of the family, provide for the family, offer security and everything. The woman is supposed to cook. Those are stereotypes that everybody knows.
Yeah.
But every marriage is unique and different. The whole agenda is that once you get married, the agenda is together make your home work. If you have kids, together raise your kids, whichever way works for you to have it done. Now, in a situation where you're in a family where your man is taking care of his duties and is doing everything and has lost his job through no fault of his, and you had the opportunity, or you were capable of stepping up to the plate to take care of the family, you are doing that not as a favor to him, but you are doing that for your family. It's not easy. It can be very, very difficult. The thing is that when your man gets back on track, or when your man gets back into working, you would expect him to now take some of the burden off your shoulders. You understand? So if the man takes the burden off your shoulders, gets back into the game of taking care of the family, paying bills, and then you can also get to enjoy your money small, kakra, for the couple of years that you've had to like break your back. You're probably in debt annoying to the man because you have to make things work. Agreed. But I don't think it is fair for the woman to say that everything that she had done for the family was a loan. Especially when it wasn't pre-agreed that it was going to be a loan. There could be a situation where the man will say, look, babes, I'm working on something. Give me 2 years. Hold it down for me in 2 years. After 2 years, I'm going to pay it all back. That is agreed. Then the whole time you are spending, you are taking notes, and the guy can even have control over what you spend, what you do for the family, even though he is not the one paying for it, because he knows that he's going to pay back in the end. But in a situation where he felt that you were just stepping up to the plate because times were hard, it is unfair to demand it as a loan. The only scenario I can picture a reasonable woman do that is if you are now earning money, earning more than she's earning, but you've gotten comfortable with her doing what she's doing. So which means that now you are working. So instead of you taking the bull by the horn and doing what has to be done in the house, you've relaxed, because after all, she did it for 2 years. She can continue for another 5-6 years. And then you are enjoying your money on your own. And then just say, you know, the woman will say, look, what I did for you in the past 2 years, give me back my money.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the only condition under which I would understand a woman for saying, give me back all my money I have paid for my children.
Right.
Or paid for the family, or for sustaining the house, or for paying rent, or for paying mortgage, or for whatever it is. Unless, of course, you, the man, now that you have money, you are not doing what you have to do. But if you are doing what you have to do, you are taking care of the kids now, you are paying the fees now, you are taking care of your woman, providing for the home and everything, I think it's a bit unreasonable for your wife to ask that.
All right. Libby.
Yeah. I agree. Usually marriage is for better or for worse, and it's not always a smooth path. Things happen, and it takes understanding and loving of each other, and for you, both of you, to be empathetic of each other. Because at the end of the day, when the problems come, both of you need to solve it head on. So, for the woman, thank you to her for holding the fort and ensuring that nobody hears their story, and for covering up, helping out the man. Now, things are much better. He's working. And if he's taking on the role and he's decided, most men don't enjoy it and enjoy seeing their women stand up to, take on their role. They feel proud when they're able to say confidently that this is my home. I'm taking care of my woman, my children, my family. It's my responsibility. So clearly, it sounds like he's continuing from where things left off. For women out there, it's sad that this woman feels as though the man owes her. Because at the end of the day, who are the children for?
Right. For both of you.
Both of you. Things weren't good. Yes, you stepped up. But if you can jokingly, between you and your hubby, you can jokingly say, hey, now that you've got a job, you have to spoil me. So what are we doing? Are you taking me out? And then, it's love, it's understanding, it's communication. He doesn't owe you jack. As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win situation in a marriage. However, it's not a smooth path, and both of you need to understand that. Have that conversation with her. Try and find out why she's demanding all of this, because as far as you're concerned, it's your family together. And find out where she's coming from, and then come to a consensus and let her know that you would gladly give her, now that you're in a good position, you would gladly give her anything to make her heart feel at ease or happy. But you wouldn't want her to feel as though he owes her something because you're in this. It's team Alfie, it's team Lekoson, it's team. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, we're all teams.
Yeah, we're all teams. You see what
Why
I
are you
mean?
looking at us like that? Sorry, or you want
you don't like that
team
You see, but it's teamwork. It's teamwork.
you said
so,
team Alfie Lekuson, you didn't mention my own.
Team Dan.
Thank you.
Team gear shift.
But yes, so have a conversation and then move on from there. But for now, you don't owe her anything. Do what you can to make her happy, but I don't think you owe her anything.
Right. Team Alfie.
So yeah, I mean they've spoken about all the sides. What I want to just touch on is the fact that the lady doesn't sound unreasonable to me. I'm just saying something. Because when they entered into hardship, she wasn't the person that said, sorry, Kope Jumaye, go and look for something to do. Like she wasn't harsh on them, on him. She said, I'll take up the role. I'm thinking that something may have gone wrong for her to say what she said. Because the woman doesn't sound unreasonable. She sounds like somebody who has given her all, her everything, her quota at the time that the family needed it. What has happened for her to make such a comment, pay me back? So you should also just check your line of conversation. Maybe you have triggered something, you have said something to her for her to feel like, hey, then how about all the work I did? Then pay me for it. Because women don't just get up and spew such comments. They probably are coming from, or she's coming from like a painful part for her to say something like that. So yes, considering all the scenarios, it's teamwork, you help each other, nobody owes you anything, but you need to consider the fact that you may have said something, may have done something, shown some action that the lady felt that, okay, you can't take me for a ride. I will make sure that you pay me back for that money. So I'm not sure if you go back to her and have a conversation in that line, she would still demand for her money. If you get what I mean. So just see your line of conversation, what you have said, what you haven't said. But if you have a conversation with her, I feel that there's no way she will say that, she's still insisting that she's collecting her money. I don't think so.
I tend to agree with that. Well, that's why I said that maybe he's comfortable. The fact that she's taking up all these chores. Now that he's gotten his money, he knows what to use his money for. He's probably
I agree with you.
True.
I agree.
No, we agree with you. We are
the same.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe he's using the money for something to benefit himself, or maybe he's gotten comfortable with the woman looking for money to pay fees. So right now, when it's time for fees, or so
maybe
after they assume it's fees a draw. Oh, sir, okay, because she knows that once you're able to do it for 2 years, you can do it for a third year.
But can we also appreciate the fact that there are some women who are an exception to the rule, who be right now that you're getting money, me pay me sika.
Yeah. So so you've taken care of that part. That's why I'm also giving you.
Yeah, but the reason why I may tend to agree with Tina is that women like that, you see it right from day one.
She wouldn't give her money.
She wouldn't willingly
step
up to the plate for 2
wouldn't.
years for you not to even suspect that she was suffering and she's
She wouldn't do that.
She'll be reminding you. Also, Kopejuma, and she'll be a thorn in your flesh. She will let you know that this money that I'm giving to you is not for free. I'll get it back.
She'll keep
But
insisting.
if she goes, see, the thing is that once the woman goes about it willingly, for you not to feel like, and then she asking it back is a surprise to you.
Could she be influenced though?
No, it means that something. No, it can't be. It can't. No, it's not influence. Something has triggered that, and I can imagine that.
Okay. So, I mean, the question is, if something has triggered that, is she still right to demand the money?
Thank you.
Because, I mean, you're doing it for our family. If at the point in time I'm not strong enough to let's say, man up or take that lead in doing so, and you did it for 2 years, I still don't owe you anything. I mean, I could come back and say, hey, wifey, thanks for, holding the fort for 2 years. Here's a little gift, a token of appreciation. But at the end of the day, whether I've triggered you or not, I still don't owe you anything.
But if
that's what I want to
your
establish.
trigger is
So
with
what I want us to
impunity,
okay, fine. Does she have a right to demand it? No.
Yes.
No, she doesn't.
But that right that demanding that she's doing is probably a message that she's sending to the man for him to rethink and do what
About
he has to
certain
do now.
actions. Possible.
You understand?
Yeah. A couple of comments here. So Isaac says, you have no excuse not to pay her for this gracious divine assistance this selfless
divine
wife
power.
rendered in 2 years. You're damn lucky to have such a gem. Most women would have walked away with another man. It happens to most jobless men. Mike says, well, I think Charles should just tell her to relax so that he also takes care of the house for the next 2 years. He should, however, buy her a wonderful gift for her temerity. He should not pay her a dime because there are no loans in marriage.
Really?
Yep. Mary says...
it depends, please.
Mary says, I think the story is not adding up for me. There's something missing. Charles might have made a comment that's triggering this behavior from the wife. He has started cheating or doing something that's suggestive of that. I think something is happening, or he made an unpleasant comment. Danso says, but seriously, how do you demand a payback from your husband after promising to support each other in good or bad times?
Yeah.
Mama V says, oh, so she wasn't doing all that as a supportive wife? You being appreciative with money or a gift would be admirable, but she asking you is so not right. And she's supposed to understand that you're a team. How can she treat your marriage to her like an agency with terms and conditions? All right. So, yeah, those are a couple of comments coming up with regards to the topic today. We'll move on to another one here from Patricia in Kaswa. She says, my husband and I just got married and our sex life is fantastic. However, there's something awkward he does. He will stop in the middle of the distin and want to look inside my cookie. Is it a usual thing amongst men? Or my case is different?
Oh, wow. We need to ask the men this.
No, I mean, you guys have experience, so tell us.
Well,
Nobody stops to look like
middle.
this sweet
In the middle.
Maybe you can't believe what's giving him so much pleasure. Anyway, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to say camouflage. So he wants to make sure it's actual.
He wants to
Because the
see whether
machine
it's the
is
proper
theirs.
thing. Or maybe he thinks it's the wrong.
The wrong words.
Oh, man. He can't
Charlie,
believe his excitement. Like, the
So it's not
woman
normal.
is giving him, the woman is actually taking him from satisfaction to delight.
When it comes to intimacy,
You can't say what is
you
normal.
can't say what is normal and what is not
Hey.
normal. But the only thing is that it has to be comfortable for both. So if you are uncomfortable, then what it means is that you being the woman, if you're uncomfortable, the moment you stop to look at this thing, it means that your fire will
We'll
Yeah.
come down.
will
Yeah,
diminish.
we'll
Yeah, it
reduce.
will
Quenching
diminish.
the
That means it
fire.
would affect your level of excitement. Then what it means is that, as usual, like we all keep saying, that when it comes to the bedroom, Charlie, communication is key. Because the two of you have to enjoy this thing. So if it makes you so uncomfortable, find out from him why he does that. Maybe that his reasoning would also bring you to him, like, hey, it's time to look, pause. You understand? So all I'm saying is that, look, Charlie, it may sound weird to people, but everybody has something that makes them tick. Something
their
that
fetish.
Maybe it's his fetish,
his fetish or something, or maybe the way people do things and they want to leave some mark,
Virtually
something. Maybe that is also his thing.
Charlie.
That me every time Charlie
look
halfway
inside.
I for do them pop inside small. Then
how?
I go continue. That be me to my
That's
own.
weird, man.
So I think that maybe you should just talk about it. Because both of you need to be very comfortable with what you're doing. And both of you need to derive that level of excitement that both of you are looking for. So if it makes you uncomfortable, it means that it doesn't excite you in the end. So you have to talk about it so that it makes it better.
I'm with Rosie.
While Rosina was talking, do you know what came to my mind?
Oh Lord, don't tell me.
She was probably screaming a certain way, wanted to make sure that maybe she's not dying or something.
Every time.
Every
Maybe.
time.
You never know.
This
Hey,
is
am I killing this woman? Is the machine okay? Is it, dislocated or something? It's just by the
I
bypass.
think I'll go with what Jessica said about maybe
He can't believe
he
a
can't
little thing
believe
can
that
give
this
such pleasure.
thing can give me that pleasure. So I'm just checking whether it's the right thing
Or maybe it's a way of checking premature ejaculation.
Like he's giving himself a
Or
little break.
maybe because you see,
Oh, he doesn't
or
want to.
maybe he's doing, and he's there. He's almost there. So he needs
he'll
to come
pause.
out, pause, because another strike or two,
I'll finish everything.
game closed.
and he can't look
Or maybe he
elsewhere.
almost, so he wants to check to see if
Check
everything
no,
correct.
no, like until they come. So if slow down,
Yeah.
so say it will reset,
You
keep
ain't
some
talking
momentum,
about-
and
Yeah,
then continue
true,
again.
true,
So
true.
maybe it's just a way of making sure, because he's realized that he's there, you're not getting there. So when he does that, momentum, it's like he's restarted the battery.
Oh, Charlie,
that
I'd
you
like
can
to meet
finish.
this lady.
So
I want to ask further and particular
questions. So maybe it could be so many reasons.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you see, when it happens once, twice, and you don't get it, ask.
You don't get
You see, just ask.
like you don't get
why he stops, because
yeah.
you also need to make him know that, Charlie, I was almost there. Oh. So when you stop like that, some way. You see, or sometimes
That's
when
the
you're
worry.
exactly, or sometimes when he's stopping like that, it's no time to even ask questions, because you want to get there and he's stopping. No, you just sort of pull him along and say, Charlie, I can't be explicit, but any which ways, you need to take the bull by the horn at that particular moment, and
stop,
get
don't
into
stop, don't
control. You sometimes you don't even have to talk. Like when he stops like that, you can just gently push him and then control the game. Yeah, the other strategies I can't talk about.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So we are done talking
Yeah,
about
we are
this.
done, we are done.
Okay, we shall move on. At this point, we'll go for a quick commercial break. We will be right
It's
back.
getting
It's
heated.
Sister Sister on Citi TV and Citi FM. You're welcome back to Sister Sister on Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM with me, Jessica, Tina, Olivia, and Rosina. Of course, holding the fort on your favorite station every, Thursday on radio, Friday night at 9 p.m. on TV, etc., etc. All right, so remember our WhatsApp number, 054-998-6996. Your comments are welcome. Let's know what you think on any of the topics we've discussed already or the questions we've addressed already. You can also send an email to jessica@citifmonline.com. Moving on, this one says, good day, sisters. I got married to this lady I love with all my heart. We have 2 daughters, and traditionally, I must have a son. The problem is, my wife has refused to have more children because she wants to go back to work and normal routine. So I got a side chick to give birth to more kids. The thing is, I don't love this side chick, even though she had 2 boys for me. The problem is that the side chick has started giving me attitude. I can't even begin to talk about all the things she's done, but I've had it with her. Now I want to take my sons from her and beg my wife so we can raise them as a family. I'm scared that my wife will not buy the idea, and also the side chick won't agree. Can I use legal means to take my sons from my side chick? Please help.
I have more questions to this. Because under what circumstances did you take the side chick? Was it an agreement between you and your wife?
It doesn't sound like.
So you just want to collect the boys from the side chick.
Give it to your wife.
Give it to your
Raise.
wife to raise. I don't know where her head is at. Even whether she will agree to raise these boys as part of one family. That's first thing. And I don't know why traditionally you must have a
son.
boy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What is that about? Like, if you don't have a boy, then what? You're not part of you are not part of humanity, or what happens? Or are you a chief? So you must have a son for continuity, or I'm not sure what that is about, but it's God who gives kids,
and indeed it's the man who determines the sex of the
because
baby.
he gives
really?
Yes.
I
he
didn't even know
determines
that.
the
He
sex.
determines the sex.
If he gives you an X chromosome, you have a girl. If he gives you a Y, you have a boy.
So, well,
There you go.
we have the doctors, but whatever it is, you got two. And the lady said, I wouldn't continue because I need to go back to work. Sometimes, you see, before you even get into a relationship or the marriage or whatever, you have discussed the number of kids you want and etc. You don't assume that you put the child there and it's an easy carry the whole time. You understand?
And easily ejection.
Yes, like you just put it there and okay, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Then
9 months,
no,
you give, then you do another one.
So easy.
It's really, it's high time we understand that our partners also go through a whole lot of things to carry a child into this world. And once the child comes into this world, the woman also wants her freedom to be able to live her life. And it's allowed, you understand? So you have made your bed. You have to lay in it. Whether or not the baby mama, the side chick will give up the two boys is one question. I don't think you can use legal means to collect your kids because you are not married. Do you get it? You are not married. You don't have rights, really. You don't. The two. So if you are taking her to court, saying what? Because when you live with the woman, when people recognize that the two of you have lived together for more than some time, whatever, then they say that you're husband and wife. No.
I'm not too sure about.
So
yeah.
yes, but right now, you don't. You just went out to go and
do your
discharge and come back. How do you go and have legal?
I think he might actually.
Really?
Provided he can prove that the kids are his.
He's taking
but
responsibility.
to collect
both of them,
the boys from her and say that I'm bringing it into my home.
That's the conversation.
I mean,
that's crazy.
I don't think you've got that right.
For me,
maybe we need legal.
For me, I just feel like from day one, the guy has been selfish. It's all about himself. He didn't think about what his wife had to go through to have these children. He still didn't think about the fact that leaving his matrimonial home and going to have an affair to have the kids was even a problem. All of that, was no problem for him. Now he's messed the whole thing up. Now he's forgetting the fact that this side chick, however we want to look at it, is a human being, and those are her children. She birthed those children, and she would want her children. She wants to be a part of those children's lives. So you can't get up one day because you feel like it that you're going to pick those children and bring to your matrimonial home. And again, you're also being selfish about the fact that you don't care about your wife's feelings. How is she going to feel? Because this is the first, if you've been able to cover it up all these years, you're springing up a surprise on her. She probably doesn't know that you were ever unfaithful to her. You're bringing kids into your home and you expect that she would be okay.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of guy are you, man? Like, really, who does that? Listen, you need to just take this whole selfish act out of your head. You have flawed, you have been very selfish. All I'm saying is that what you're doing is not right. There are people's feelings here involved. There are human beings involved. These are children. They're probably growing up thinking that, yes, you're probably not married to their mom, but at the end of the day, in their innocent minds, this is daddy and this is mommy. You can't just get up one day and just pick them up and bring them into a different environment. What makes you think that your wife even wants the kids to start with? What makes you think that the kids you already want even wants brothers and sisters? Like, guy,
And
like,
we'll just
wake
leave
up.
their mother.
Their mother, yeah.
Like, really?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you need to stop being selfish, and you need to consider that there are people involved in this matter, right? Do whatever you need to do. Consider your wife's feelings. This woman, this side chick, how do I even put this? It's not going to be easy for you to just think that you can get up and just come and separate her from her kids, and don't expect it to be easy. And stop being selfish. Just do whatever it is that you need to do. What sometimes in marriage, what you don't know wouldn't kill you. Don't break this woman's heart. Ideally, if you think that you should let her know, you need to go, your wife, you need to go in a very apologetic manner and tell her that so that somebody doesn't spring this news on you. This is what I've done. I am sorry. Because I was desperate to have kids. This is X, Y, and Z. Test the water. See if she's one, ready and willing to forgive you. Two, ready and willing to even get these kids into her space. Before you have to bear in mind that there are people's feelings involved, and take it one day at a time. But don't think that you can just get up and get people pregnant and mess up people's lives. That's just, for me, a no. I'll just leave it here for now.
Livy.
She's upset.
I'm also upset. I'm also upset because, you see, I don't know where you have to have a son. I don't get it. Now, you have to have a son. Okay, no big deal. It's got into your head. Even though you are the one who's responsible for determining the sex of the baby, you think that it's another woman who has to carry that son for you. No problem. You had one. You didn't end it there. You had a second one.
Yeah.
Another big red flag. Why did you have a second one?
Yeah,
Now,
if it was just one
if
son,
it's just
you're
one
looking
son
for,
that you
I feel
needed.
you.
Now, you said that you don't love your side chick. Now, the fact that you don't love your side chick means that you only see her as a vessel for
used her
producing
to carry.
babies. So it means that the energy, the way you treat her and all of that is even not humane enough. That is why you can tell us that you can't even recount the things that she does.
Like she's a burden.
Like
to
she's
you.
a burden on you as or her doing, like she's doing unreasonable things. It's because you are not giving her good treatment in order to receive the kind of treatment that you should even receive from a woman who is the mother of your children. And it goes by the way you are even speaking, I don't know, like you don't even love her and everything. So it reflects in your actions. It reflects in the things that you do day to day as far as she's concerned. Now you've done that. Your wife are knowing that you have kids outside. You're already thinking about legal routes to bring the child into your home. Which means that, like Olivia said, you have no consideration for how your wife is going to feel, whether she wants to do this or not. You feel that because you're the man of the house, you can bring kids from anywhere on the planet, come and dump it on her. Now, the fact that you wanted a son and you couldn't get a son, and you've gone to get two boys from outside, bringing it home, does he know the trauma the wife is going to go through? Like, I couldn't give my husband a son, so he went out to go and get them. Now, there's a possibility that this son that you think are yours may not even be yours. So you may end up bringing children that are not even yours into your matrimonial home to come and mess things up. Now, you say legal routes. Now, unless the woman is incapable of taking care of the kids, is mentally unstable, probably suicidal or something, it's only under those conditions that you would win a legal battle to take over children. Because children, everybody knows, need their mother. When a child is sick in the hospital, me, the woman, they also give me excuse duty. Because the child needs to be taken care of in the hospital. You understand? So what it means is that they will not release those children to a man under normal circumstances. So the legal battle you are going to fight, it will probably end up in the side chick's favor, because maybe legally they will now tell you that, okay, you are mandated to give X amount of money to your side chick every month, whether you like it or not, to raise your children apart with the other two children you are raising from elsewhere. So the legal route you are looking for, you might end up like a friend of mine would say, to blast in your face. So my dear, you need to sit down and de-selfishnize your selfish self.
I like that.
Yes, put everybody's
very selfish.
Put everybody's feelings into the picture. How is your wife feeling? How's your side chick feeling? How are your kids going to feel knowing that daddy went out to have kids with somebody else other than mommy? How's the new boys going to feel when they realize that they have older sisters elsewhere that they didn't know about? Think about all these things. Take yourself out of it. What you want out of it was, I needed a son. Okay, I have to get it. I went out and I did this. She said she couldn't, so I went. stop the eye for a minute and think about
How
your
about
family.
them? Yeah.
Think about the people who are sacrificing their bodies to make babies for you.
For you.
To achieve your eye.
To achieve your
Your
eyes.
eyes, I know,
And
right?
then you can make more reasonable decisions. So the question was, can he go through any legal routes? My dear, you can try. You can do. But unless your wife is mentally deranged, totally incapable of
Your
taking
side
care
chick,
of the
your side
children.
chick.
I mean, sorry, your
Side
side
chick,
chick is totally incapable of taking care of the children. You will not win over that. You can't win that battle. And even if, let's assume you have the best lawyers on the planet, you're able to win the battle to move the kids into your matrimonial home. Let's assume.
The whole transition.
The kids, that is their mother.
Yeah.
You can't stop their mother for knowing and having a relationship with their kids.
True.
The mother will continue to have a relationship with their kids. And what's going to happen is that out of bitterness, the mother will use her children to make sure that not only you and your wife,
Innocent wife.
your innocent wife would have the most
Bitter.
Charlie, don't try.
yeah,
Yeah.
let me know. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? Exactly. So, my gentleman, you've messed things up enough.
Yeah.
Don't mess
Let
it
it be.
even more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let it
You're
be.
asking us whether any legal route, even if there is, don't even attempt
Don't
it.
get
What you
it.
should do now is to try and do damage control genuinely. Where you go to your wife, go down on your knees and apologize to her.
Couple of comments. Gladys says, you're a very brave man. Why are you seeking for help now? Are girls not human beings? Too bad. Anekia says, look at him. Beg who to raise who as a family? When your parochial obsession for boys led you to land a side chick, did you have a family's interest at heart? My guy, cry your own cry and suffer alone. Let the boys stay with their mother and take care of them. Cindy says, the sex of a child is strictly determined by the male. The female has XX, the male has XY. If at the time of intercourse your Y is too lazy, you're going to have a little girl. Don't blame the woman. If the other chick is my sister, to hell with you. You're not taking my sister's boys. She's not a bakery to buy bread and take home.
That's all.
Peter says, you got it all wrong in the first place. Why didn't you use all the marriage communication channels first? You talk to her. If she's not buying into your idea, involve her mother, your mum, other older people that she respects, and finally your pastors. She would have given it a second thought. In this day and age, do men still have the idea of this son thing? Kweku says, traditionally, you must have a boy. Who brainwashed you like that? Of course, the side chick will give you attitude. This man, pa. You think your wife will be okay with the fact that you went out and willingly slept with another woman? And to top it all, you want your wife to raise the kids? You must be dreaming. Well, we'll take a break now. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. It's Sister Sister on Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM. More of your messages. Eddie from Achimota says, I've never had sex. We never had sex until we got married. And now I have a huge problem. She's not interested. Anytime I get close to her, she turns her back at me and sometimes even threatens to leave the bed for me to go and sleep in the sitting room. I allow her so that at least she can be in bed with me overnight. Is this a good thing? How will our relationship last? What should I do?
So they are married now.
Yes. They didn't have sex before marriage, and now she doesn't want anything to do with him.
I don't think it has to do with sex per se. Like I keep saying that, look, you don't need to have sex before marriage, but you need to be fighting each other. No, you need to be fighting the urge to sleep with each other before you get married. You know, I don't know that I'm making sense.
Like you can't
You
keep your hands off.
Like you need to
Like, I
You
can't
want to
wait.
resist.
Attempts.
There are attempts,
yeah.
pull back, like wanting to touch, at least wanting to kiss, hold, togetherness. That bond needs to be there. That attraction needs to be there. That excitement when the person sees you, wanting to not keep they just don't. You just can't keep their hands, away from you. So occasionally you have to remind yourselves, hey, we told ourselves we won't do this till we get married. You know what I mean? You need to have that energy flowing. Like you need to have that intimate energy in between the two of you when you meet. So which means that psychologically you need to connect on that level, emotionally you need to connect on that level. Like your senses, like your nerve endings, they should all be responsive to all these things. So what happens is that the moment you finally do the ... you do the signature on that long green and white paper, no,
Charlie.
you can't wait.
Heaven's gates.
You just want to just finish and just want to just jump in and do it. Now, if this is the case where not only is she saying, oh no, I'm not interested, I don't want to do it, she doesn't even want to share the space with you. It means that she's irritated by you. She's irritated, and that irritation, it could be physical irritation. Where, one, you probably not kempt. Oral, body hairs where they are not supposed to be, dirty boxes, the room itself some way. When you come with your own fragrance, your own odor, mixed with the wine in the bottle. So when it mixes, it gives its own. Their fragrance now becomes fragrance. Fragrance, yes. You understand? Now, when you are put in that situation, what it means is that you can barely. So you're probably in the bed with the guy because if you don't like that, he will think there's something wrong. So when he says, let me go and sleep in the hall so I can, She's looking for every opportunity to let go. And that is physical. It could also be emotional. Maybe there are some things that you are doing that are just eating her up. It's sitting on her very soul. She's probably tried speaking to you about it. You are rubbishing it. You think it's not important. You think it's of no consequence. And it's eating her up. Now, if that's happening, what it means is that there's no electron in her body that it gets excited when you come around. And it's so annoying that when she's with her friends, she'll be happy, she'll be chatting, she'll be da-da-da-da. As soon as you walk through the door, it's like depression has walked through the door. Immediately, she becomes an introvert. She keeps to herself. Instead of watching TV and laughing at, things like this, what she'll probably do is by 7:38 she goes to call herself up and she's asleep, like she's so tired and she's had the longest day, she's shivering, she has a headache, stomach ache, toenail aches, all the aches. So at the end of the day, you realize she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. So I think that, look, you should, if be truthful with yourself. When you were dating, were you guys, what kind of dating episode did you have? Admit it to yourself if really there were issues when you were dating where it was either a forced marriage or an arranged marriage you didn't have, or maybe some, I don't know.
You needed to tick the box.
Yeah, you need to tick the box or something. Or you took care of her. And because of that, by force, just say me worry because I did this for you or something like that. So find out from yourself, be truthful with yourself. Under what conditions do you get married? That's one. Number two, what is happening in your marriage? When it comes to women, intimacy doesn't start and end in the bedroom. It starts in our everyday activities. When you are happy with your husband, even from afar, when he calls you and his name appears on the phone, you're excited. It's true, you're excited.
Oh, so true.
He picks up the call and he goes like, hey, today you're looking so nice. You think that statement is made because you're already happy with him. That statement is made there.
Charlie.
It causes all kinds of positive things happening to you. But you see, when he's annoying you, he's annoying you. He will bring you a Range Rover parceled that as a gift. You are still, it's true.
Someone's love language.
No, I'm telling you. I'm saying that, look, somebody will come or you accept the gift, all right, because maybe you can't do away with the car or anything. But he still doesn't excite you. You understand? Like that level of excitement is not there. So check your relationship, your marriage. Do you only get personal when it comes to the McCoy? Or during the day, you assist her in roles, you guys chat, you guys take a walk in the area, do you take her out on dates, do you make her feel special? When you're among friends, do you let her feel exceptional, like this is my woman, or you put her in the back burner? Or when there are exciting things to be done, when there are events, do you go with your friends and always leave her, to take care of the kids or to take care of the home whilst you are busily enjoying with your friends? like, check all of these things. Once a woman is happy, when it comes to the bedroom, it's easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
But when she's not happy,
easy.
She can even allow you to do the touching. But you know what?
You lie there like a log.
No, I want to say that the metal. I don't want to. You know, for metals to move against each other, there needs to be lubrication for easy movement. You'll be lying there, you'll be touching her and everything, but the place will not be oiled. You can't enter. You'll be knocking, you can't enter.
Don't want to.
Yes. But when she's happy, before you even touch her, the machine parts are already in motion. Everything is in motion.
Chain reaction.
It's like a chain reaction. Everything works. So my gentleman.
Your comments are killing me.
Yeah, so my gentleman, all I think is that, look, be truthful with yourself. Identify what kind of relationship you had in terms of your intimate level, not necessarily sex, but, you know, stuff like that. Fine. And now check how you are living in your marriage. Even if it wasn't good during the dating times, you can still make it work. But it has to be a deliberate effort, calculated effort. You have to make your wife happy, bottom line.
Right.
Oh, wow. At this race, I don't even know what to say. But to add, this is the point whereby I would recommend post-marriage counseling. And really, really good ones, not the incline chain ones, because they are the ones who actually sort of give you ideas as to what to do to make your intimate life a whole lot better. Sometimes I hear they make you stand, I don't know, naked, and then you get to appreciate your bodies and all of that. So I would recommend post-marriage counseling. But you should also check the night when both of you got intimate. See, that part is very crucial, because you both decided not to have sex until marriage. So that night is either do or die, whereby it's your moment to please her or to put her off. As we speak, she's actually nauseated by you. It could be that you came on and so in her mind, she's probably giving you a second chance. The second chance is so you coming, it could be that even from that day, she hasn't had an orgasm. And she's wondering,
why is she wasting her time?
Exactly. This guy crap. And you see, this thing about not having an orgasm, I keep saying it. It makes some women very mental. She's not happy because she hasn't gotten it.
She's sinking, but she can't get there.
Exactly. How? She has seen the promised land with the milk and honey flowing, but her legs have not been there. She's looking at you, she's like, TB. You come and lie by me, cry. Like,
nothing.
It's true.
There's no motivation, there's no excitement, and you probably come 2 minutes or even less. And you, as a man, you probably think, say, oh, Charlie,
What boy, Juma?
thank you. But
And you're probably going on a number.
And not only that, you probably did it and it wasn't good enough, right? And then not only that, you come, maybe you are from work and you're excited. Hey, newly married. Hey, you get home even earlier than usual. You come, you don't take a shower, nothing. And she's smelling you. She's probably thinking that, like, there's no excitement. You have to have that conversation. And for me, I can suggest this. You see, take her out of the environment in which you are right now. Take some weekend away. Nice place, serene place. Just dada no koko no. Tell her that, babe. See, I've noticed that there's something that, is not making you happy. I want to make you happy. I've arranged this weekend trip. Just come along with me. Don't even talk sex. Because then you put her off. I've arranged this weekend. Come with me. Put her on whatever. Go, both of you go. Somewhere that's different. Soul searching, both of you. Just talk. Create that serene environment. Don't let it even be about sex. Sometimes you need to get her to bond with you on a certain level. And then, not just creative juices will be flowing from her, but other kinds of juices will, set things rolling, and see where you can start from. Get her to open up. to you. Once she starts opening up, it will be
will
half the
open up.
problem solved,
It will
because then
open
it
up.
will, yes, everything else, like
Will
Tina is
open
saying,
up.
Will
I
open
didn't
up.
say it,
Open up.
Tina said,
Seashell
everything
path.
else exactly will open up. But
Sharp.
until then, she's going to be a closed door, and I don't see how you're going to move forward. Get her to open up and take it from there. Trust me, this problem is not a major problem.
It's solvable.
It's solvable. It's solvable. Once both of you are ready and willing to solve it, hey, trust me. Hey, when you solve it, dear,
You will
she will be begging
you will enjoy.
You will enjoy it the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Hello.
High five. Tina.
Yes. It's not. Yeah. The thing is, I'm just hopping on what Olivia said. I think the first time didn't go well. So
Cool your budget.
you could have all the feelings and the edge before marriage attracted to each other, and then the first time you guys hop onto yourselves, it just
Disaster.
goes wrong. And there could be a number of reasons, like Rosina said. You're not kempt, you're not doing this. Maybe your idea of sex is biting the ear, you bite it down, or you
And the nipple.
and you are kissing, and then
The whole mouth and nose is covered.
and then the nose is covered. You know, all those things come to play. I think a conversation is very important, because once you have the conversation, you know what she likes, you know what she doesn't like, and the fact that she's repulsive, going out of the room and everything, means it's extreme. So you need to have that conversation, and then, you know, all other things that the sisters have said, you know, you add to it.
So me, I hear what you sisters have said though. But you know what I actually think?
Right.
I think she didn't really want to marry the guy. I think so. Okay, she wanted to get married just to tick a box, but she didn't want the guy. She wanted the marriage, and so when she finally had him, she doesn't want to be intimate with you. She's a missus now. You feel me? Like now everybody knows she's married. End of story.
Hey,
That's what I think. And there's some women like that.
well,
That's a
Who, they're not
possibility.
necessarily attracted to the guy, but yeah, I'm getting
just
old.
wanna-
Nobody else
yeah.
is coming. Let me just say yes, get into this marriage, and then the rest is whatever.
No, but the thing is
Yeah.
that, but when it happens like that,
then what?
the thing is, there are certain things, like for instance, you don't really want to work, but you have to work because you want to be seen as a corporate woman, yes, but you have to show up at work
Yeah.
at 8. You have to, you know,
Yeah.
so there are certain
But sometimes
things that come
like,
with it.
You bite more than you can chew. So she realized that, okay, she
This is
thinks
true,
she could
man.
have compromised, at least give the guy sex. And then after maybe 1 or 2 encounters, she
She
realized,
realized that this is not
yeah,
for me.
I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I actually think so. I actually
But,
think so.
but then again, assuming that was the situation, or that is the situation, I think it's going to be a lot of hard work, but people also fall in love with time.
With time.
Yeah, and
So she can
given
still
the right
win.
circumstances
Exactly.
and the right approach, you know, it can work.
All right. Well, time for us to go. We are out of time already, but no worries. We'll be back, of course, same time next week on your favorite TV and radio station. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, you can send your questions ahead of time to jessica@citifmonline.com or join our growing Facebook community at Sister Live on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.